Do, do, do. Good morning. We're live. Today is Tuesday, March 30th, 2021. And this is the Morning Buzz. My name is Mike Brady. I am the host of this thing that we call a morning live stream show. And so here I am. You'll have to forgive the eyes. The eyes look a little, I can't tell. My lazy eye is kind of worse today than it usually is. And it's because I was up at 3 and decided to get back to the 4 a.m. club. And so, little change in my morning routine. But I'm here. I'm alive. I feel good. Lots of energy. So that's great. Today is a special day for me personally. It's the day that I'm reminded how old I am. My daughter was born 18 years ago today. And I remember my wife and I, we had a little tiny Volkswagen Jetta. We were living in Paso at the time, actually. Right after we got married, we stayed in Paso for a year or so. And we lived over by Kermit King. I think that's the neighborhood. Yeah. We had a dog named Liam. He was a golden retriever. Allison was pregnant and she's going into labor. And so, like every other 24-year-old kid who's going to be a dad for the first time, you're kind of scrambling. Your head's in the clouds, not really understanding what to do. And of course, so I decided to load up my dog in the rear of the Volkswagen Jetta. So my dog's in the back seat of the Jetta for some reason, and Allison and I get in the car. We drive to Twin Cities. She's going into labor. She's feeling good. She's in pain, like you do in labor, I guess. That's what I hear anyways. Epidural did not happen. She just went all natural because time was just like, hey, let's get this baby out of there. And so meanwhile, my dog's still in the car in the parking lot at the hospital because that was one of those things where you're like, how long am I going to stay here? Is it going to be 3 days? Like you hear these crazy birthing horror stories of being in labor for, multiple hours. And so looking back, I'm like, okay, well, had we been in labor for longer than, 6 hours or whatever, I say we've been in labor. Had she been in labor for longer than 6 hours, what was I going to do with the dog? Was the dog just going to stay in the car for 2 days? I don't know. So, anyways, dog, dog's in the car. Abby's getting ready to be born. Allison's doing awesome, champion. We're playing the I Am Sam soundtrack, which is a movie. If you haven't seen that movie, it's Sean Penn. He is developmentally disabled, and he's got a daughter. And anyways, the soundtrack to that movie is just all Beatles songs, and it's all remakes of Beatles songs. And typically, I'm not a fan of remakes of Beatles songs, just because there's nobody that can do it like the Beatles. But this soundtrack, they did an awesome job of remaking all of those songs. Let me pull up the soundtrack real quick. I Am Sam soundtrack. Um, yeah, so Amy Mann and Michael Penn did Two of Us. Rufus Wainwright did Across the Universe. Eddie Vedder did You've Got to Hide Your Love Away. Sarah McLachlan did Blackbird. Ben Harper, one of my favorites was Ben Harper doing Strawberry Fields. And so we had, we had all these names picked out. Lucy was one of the names that we had picked out, and Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds was covered by Black Crowes. So we're listening to this I Am Sam soundtrack. Allison's, having contractions. They're getting closer and closer together. She's further and further along. We're getting hungry, so my stepdad goes to the store and goes to McDonald's to get like Big Macs, or no, it was like sausage McMuffins or whatnot. Dog's still in the car, And so Liam, golden retriever, just chilling in the car. I'm in the delivery room with Allison. We're listening to music, and we missed the cutoff, or she missed the cutoff for getting that epidural. So it was like, okay, we're just full speed ahead now. Let's do this. And so, right in mid push, mid labor, my stepdad walks back into the delivery room with two big sacks of McDonald's, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm out of here." And he turns around and goes and walks away. And then just like that, magic happened. Little baby Abigail was born, and they pulled her out, and all I could see was this big black football looking hair thing that just kept coming out. And turns out it was her full head of black hair, but because of the process, right? They're kind of funny shaped and whatnot. She was like a gorilla. It was like you giving birth to a little baby gorilla, and she was the most precious, gorgeous, beautiful thing I had ever seen, and I'll never forget it. So 18 years later, she's turning 18, and here we are, and um, yeah, time flies, right? It's just another reminder of how quickly life goes. And this is just the beginning for her. This is the first day of adulthood and stepping out into the world. And she's ready. I mean, she's 18 going on 30, and she's just an old soul and the most kindest, gentlest, laughable, loving, happy, hardworking, gorgeous, competitive. There's so many different adjectives that I can use to describe my daughter. And she's all of those things and more. And so she's 18. So, Abby, happy birthday. I love you so much. I'm so proud of the woman that you are. And I'm so excited to be able to witness and be a part of your life for the next who knows how long that I get to be around. But I'm just I could not be more proud as a dad to call you my daughter. So happy birthday, sweet baby girl. I love you so much. Yeah, 18. Wow. I don't even remember turning 18. I think it was August of 95, just getting ready to go to college. And I have no idea what I did. I probably worked at In-N-Out or just went and who knows. Anyways, 18. So we're going to celebrate today. She's got distance learning at home. And then I think we're going to try to go and maybe have a meal as a family and invite a few of her friends. So very excited. And yeah, we're just, she's 18. We're still 24. We stay the same age. That's right. Another birthday today, a sweet 16 birthday, is another family friend of ours, little Bella Moore. She's 16 years old today. Happy birthday, Bella. So March 30th is a special day, and Abby's day is 3/30/03. And coincidentally, Allison wore the number 3, and I wore the number 3 growing up in high school. That was our number. So Abby was born on 3/30/03. So very special day for us to celebrate. Abby, love you so much. Okay, so birthday wish. I just spent 10 minutes talking about my daughter, and I still have a couple people watching, so thank you so much. Okay, birthday wish is over. Health and fitness. Well, let's talk about the show today. So today we've got girls tennis is on a rampage for Templeton High School. Girls tennis is just absolutely crushing it. They play today. They're at Pioneer Valley, and then Thursday they're at Pioneer Valley again. But they're undefeated, I want to say, still. So I've got, who do I have on the show for girls tennis today? I've got 3 of them coming on. Let's see if I can pull their names. It looks like, and a couple of them are shy, so they said, no, we're not going to go. But let's see here. I've got Sophia and Ava and Mackenzie and Who else? Oh, no, Ava. She's shy. She's the shy one. Okay, so Ava will not be on, but I'm just going off email addresses here. So I don't have the actual names in front of me. Let me pull those up so I can give these girls a shout out before they come on. They're going to be on at 7:45. Girls tennis will come on. I don't think the coach is going to join them, Nicole, but I asked her to. So Madeline, Sophia, and Mackenzie. Those are the three girls that are going to join us this morning to talk about tennis. And turns out, sounds like they're little studs. So I'm excited to learn about their year and their season and how they're doing as a team. So girls tennis today at 7:45. Mr. Malcolm High is a good friend of the show, myself, and the Templeton Eagles family. Malcolm is a transplant from the Bay Area. He retired. Him and his wife moved to Templeton, retired from San Jose, moved here, Santa Clara, and then it just fell in love with the community, fell in love with everything that it has to offer. Absolutely support and love the Templeton athletics program and everything that they do. Malcolm is a veteran, lifelong videographer, and so he has devoted much of the last year and a half to being a part of our community and giving back in the form of filming and capturing just moments of different sporting events. And so Malcolm's put together a really cool 18-minute long video that's just kind of capturing the victory over Morro Bay last Friday. So we're going to play that this morning. You guys can see that. That's going to be at the 8 o'clock hour. 8:30 at 8:30 today, Mr. Aston, the principal at Templeton High School, is going to come on, give his weekly update, talk about all things Templeton High School, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Lori Crow says, happy birthday, Abby. Abby, happy birthday from the Crows. She's probably still asleep. Angela English, Mike Brenler, thank you so much for the well wishes. I will make sure that I let Abby know that you guys have said that. So Mr. Aston is going to come on. Let's see here. And then 7:30, of course, Mr. Mack always comes in, gives us the daily rundown, all activities going on at the high school, all the athletics. We'll go through that. Not sure if Coach Farley's going to join us today or not. The invite's out there for him. He couldn't get on yesterday, got tied up. So hoping to get an athletics update from the AD at some point here in the next day or two. And then, as always, we're joined by Mr. Anthony Reed from Paso Robles Incidents and Actions. He runs a Facebook page that's got over 6,000 viewers that's focused on giving you real-time updates, incidents, and actions, all the news in and around the county. And so Anthony's going to join us here at 7:15, 7:55, and 8:55. And so we'll get some of the lowdown on that. Yeah, it's going to be a great day. And that's right. Angela, it reminds us that the girls volleyball is playing today. My wife is the JV coach. Go Allison. Good luck today. Abby is playing. She's on the varsity team. So our house is a house full of volleyball players. And so we are super excited that these girls get to go and compete and do something that they love and exercise and have fun. No spectators are allowed inside the gym at this point. I believe that is still the case. And of course, as things change, we'll get more and more info. But as it stands right now, if you haven't signed up to be, get the live stream, you can live stream it. Anthony's gonna hop in. He's in the waiting room, give us some news and updates. I'm gonna pull the live stream website up so I can post that link into the chat and then make sure that you guys know. And then also, if you buy the annual pass for this live stream, not only do you get to see all of the Templeton games that are streamed live, you also get to give a part of your payment back to Templeton High School Athletics. And so it's a $70 annual, I think, fee. And I want to say 40% of that, something crazy like that, goes back to Templeton Athletics. So really, really cool thing that we're able to do this year, in lieu of being there live. So live streaming is the next best thing. And I've heard that it's actually a really, really good feed. So everybody that watched the football game on Friday said it was great. A couple, of course, technical glitches for a few people, but that's just gonna happen because, hey, why not? It's a pandemic and there's glitches happening everywhere or something. So, all right, Anthony Reed, my man, what is happening? How are you, sir?
Hey, Mike, I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. Okay, Anthony, I'm going to switch spots with you. You're going to take the reins, give us some incidents, actions. I'm going to go off camera and scramble to find this live feed real quick, or this live stream website. So, what's happening in and around the county?
All right. So there was an incident last night in the 2400 block of Dry Creek Road, or I'm sorry, Branch Creek. And that was for a barricaded subject that was hiding from officers from the Paso Robles Police Department. So how that happened was there was a 911 call that was placed, and through the 911 call, a dispatcher heard some struggling and just almost like fighting in the background, and the dispatchers sent officers to the location, and once they made contact with the person that was involved in the incident, they realized that she was injured, and then they realized that there was another person in the house, and so, or in the apartment, and so they tried to negotiate with him, and he refused to come out for almost an hour. And then once a sheriff deputy got there with a canine, then the person was quick to give up. So probably he was probably a little bit scared of the canine, so he gave up without a fight. So, and also the victim self-transported herself to the hospital for evaluation. So, and so that was just before 6 o'clock last night. And so there's actually a blip about it if you want to bring it up on the Paso Robles.
Is this on your page?
Yeah, it's on my page.
Okay.
I'll post it in the comments here real quick. Not hear me.
I got it right here. I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay.
Let's see here. This guy. Share screen. This is the story right here.
Yeah, and I shared. I think it's just on top of that. There's actual story. Yeah, that story right there.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the gentleman, or I use that term loosely. That's the suspect. I'm sorry. That was barricaded in a room in the apartment, and he gave up, and he's in county jail on charges ranging from battery to resisting arrest and all that sort of thing.
Okay.
And so he's in jail, and so it's not a public threat. They did evacuate a couple of apartments in the area for a short time yesterday, but since then they captured him, and he wasn't an issue anymore. So
awesome. Well, props. Yeah, definitely, Stacy. Props to Paso PD for bringing a peaceful end to that. That's always a scary thing when you're in that situation, I bet. So, yeah, congratulations to those guys for handling it the way they did and the outcome that we had. All right. Any other crazy things happening in the North County?
Not crazy, just advisories. There's 138 burn piles that will be burned starting today. And it's in different locations all around the county. It's ranging from Morro Bay to Hearst Castle to like around Camp San Luis. And
I heard the rumor going around is it's Greyhound, Tascadero Greyhound jerseys being burned. Is that? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Greyhounds. I'm kidding. That was a Paso joke. Sorry.
No, yeah. So, Cal Fire just advised that this morning. And so if you see smoke, don't be alerted. It's a controlled burn. It's just burn piles. And it'll be happening between today and running through April 9th. So,
so we've got 130 some odd burn piles happening all throughout the county. So if you see smoke, do not be alarmed. Cal Fire knows what they're doing. These are controlled burns. Just kind of general vegetation cleanup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just to reduce the risk of wildfire because we're moving in now into spring and summertime, and it's getting a little bit warmer out. So they just want to reduce fuel levels as they can. So
okay.
Yep.
All right, cool, Anthony. Anything else to report on before I let you go?
Not at the moment, but if something comes up, I'll get it to you.
Beautiful. All right, man. We will see you back here at 7:55.
All right.
See, that's Anthony Reed, Paso Robles Incidents and Action. He does a great service to our community with the Facebook page that he runs, Paso Robles Incidents and Actions. It's actually facebook.com/Paso Robles Incidents. He's got over 6,000 people that follow him, and he's always reporting real time all the cool, crazy incidents and actions that are happening in and around the county. And so just kind of repeating what he said, there's going to be some controlled burns by Cal Fire going on for the next few days. 138 of them, I believe he said, that are going to be happening in and around the county. So if you're driving and you see some burn piles and smoke, obviously, you want to make sure that it's one of those or that it is a controlled burn. And if it doesn't look like it's a controlled burn, by all means, do report it. However, just don't be alarmed if you see multiple, smoke stacks going up all over the county as you're in your travels. So, cool. Okay. Well, Anthony's going to be back here at 7:55 and he's going to report back with us anything else that's happening in and around. It looks like I'm going to get Nicole, the varsity tennis coach, on with us. She just messaged. She's saying she's putting on her makeup right now. Good, Nicole, because, if you can tell by the looks of me, everybody just has to bring their best onto the camera when we do this thing. So I'm kidding. But I'm excited to meet you, Nicole, virtually, and your girls, and excited to talk about girls tennis. So the big story for me today in my house is my daughter's turning 18, which is absolutely insane. So I have an 18-year-old daughter. I don't know how that happened, but all right. So I talked a little bit about yesterday about my health and fitness journey and this challenge that I'm embarking on with a friend, Amanda Moore, who has posted it and said, "Who's in with me?" And I'm like, yeah, I'm in. I need something that's going to kick me in the butt. As I've said before, about 41 years old, I started going to the gym, working out regularly, watching my diet. And Bradford Young over at the lab in Paso you guys know him. He's an amazing guy. He's got the biggest heart in the world. And Bradford's actually the assistant varsity basketball coach at Paso Robles High School too. And so he just does a ton for the community. His gym is open for anybody to go in, and he just wants to help people just take care of themselves and live a good life. And so Bradford changed my life 2.5 years ago, and I developed a really healthy workout routine and habits. We started something called the 4 a.m. Club, where me and a group of 6 or 7 people would be there every morning at 4 a.m. To do workout, and was drinking a ton of water and just feeling really good, eating right, and did this for about a year and almost 2 years straight. And so, excuse me. Um, then life happens, patterns change, different situations change. COVID happens, and you find yourself working out at home by yourself, and that kind of takes a special breed of human to stay motivated to do that by themselves for an extended period of time. And life, just excuses, right? Life's pressures, and I mean, we've all got excuses, but somewhere along the way that switch just kind of turns off, and then you just lose it again. And you it takes something to just spark it and reignite it, to flip that switch again, to go back to the way it was. And so that's hopefully what I'm doing right now. As of yesterday, I was supposed to start. I did start, however, I didn't do a workout. And so the 75 hard challenge is what she's calling it. I guess it's a famous challenge online that people do. But basically, if you screw up any of the things in that day, you have to start the next day, day one. And so yesterday, I drank a gallon of water, which was part of the challenge. What else did I do? I cut out all gluten, all sugar, all dairy. So that was part of the challenge as well. I did not exercise at all, so that was where I screwed up. I'm gonna see if I can pull up hers, and then I'll pull up mine. So basically, because I didn't work out yesterday, 2 45-minute workouts, then today's day one again. So today, let's see, I woke up, no alcohol, no dairy, no gluten, no sugar. Oh, I did no alcohol yesterday too. So no alcohol, no dairy, no gluten, no sugar, and a gallon of water. I woke up and worked out at 4 a.m. I did an hour at the gym this morning, and I'll go on another 45-minute run this afternoon at some point before we go out and celebrate my daughter's birthday. Yeah, moving right along. Today's day one. My day 75 is June 12th. So we're gonna have. I'm saying this to you guys because this is where I'm asking you basically to hold me accountable. So because I need it. I need that extra just kick in the butt that's just going to help me progress. And look, the goal is I want to live to be 140 years old. I've thought this for a long time. I don't know why. I've just always thought to myself, you know what? I want to have a sustainable, healthy life for as long as I can. And I think by the time I'm 70, 80 years old, science and all of these things are going to progress to a stage where our generation's going to be able to take care of their bodies for longer, and be in a state where we can actually live a good quality of life. And so yeah, I don't know, but it has to start somewhere. And if I'm starting at 40, which I did start at 40, then I think I'm light years ahead of where my parents' generation started, because they didn't start really exercising until they were 60 years old and going on walks, right? And so, yeah, I don't know, healthy habits and setting an example for the younger generation is kind of another motivating factor. Because like I said, my parents didn't work out, and I played baseball. Baseball was not a life sport. It wasn't something that I could just keep playing for the rest of my life on my own time, right? And so I didn't grow up in the weight room or the gym. I wasn't a runner, none of that. But here I am, just taking it one day at a time, I guess. Anyways, speaking of runners, Mr. Mac. This guy is in shape. I mean,
Wow.
what do you do to stay in shape? That's what I want to know.
Wow, Mike, I don't even know how to answer that. You are so gracious, and clearly we haven't seen each other in a while.
Well,
but anyways, I'm glad to hear what you're doing.
So you've always maintained a fairly healthy lifestyle,
Yeah.
right? You don't drink soda. You don't eat chips.
Well,
oh, you're a chips guy.
I do like chips. I only drink root beer, only if I'm having a burger. That's it.
So root beer, that's high in sugar, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
But I don't have it very often, maybe once every few weeks. So not much.
Luckily for me, I'm not a snacks guy and I'm not a soda guy. My big issue is I love red wine and I love craft beer, which both of those things are super high in sugar. So, and it's just, I don't know. Anyways, enough about my diet. What's going on? What are you up to?
Hey, so what am I up to? Well, we have we got swim today, which that's exciting. We got a great swim team. We also have volleyball kicking off today. Not kicking off. That doesn't really match. We have volleyball setting off today. Mm-hmm. And we're excited about that. They play in Paso, and this is the start of the season for them. So, a couple months ago, probably thinking that wasn't ever going to happen, but I'm excited for especially our seniors that are going to play.
Absolutely. And I did talk about earlier, I'm going to share my screen real quick. I did talk about earlier posting the link to the live stream. It's nfhsnetwork.com. Here it is. You go to the website and all you have to do is type in Templeton High School. There it is. You pull it up. And they've got all these upcoming events. You just talked about Paso Templeton girls volleyball. That's tonight. So it's 6 p.m. Central, which is 4, and then 5, and then varsity boys volleyball. Is that wrong?
Yeah. I'm not thinking we have boys volleyball tonight.
No, I don't think so. Anyways, I think, look, this is $69 a year, I believe. $69.99 annual pass, and 40% of that goes back to the athletics.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a deal. So it's cool, and it's another way to raise money for the school. And so because volleyball is happening indoors, it's not a spectator-friendly sport at this time.
Yeah, and Mike, and I don't know about this. I'm just speaking probably out of turn, but the swim coach told me that their swim meet today, this afternoon at 3:00 against the Atascadero, it will be live streamed because they're not allowing any spectators. But I don't know where, because I didn't see that when you just pulled that up.
It's in Atascadero, right?
It is.
Let's see here.
So maybe Atascadero is running that one, and maybe you have to search by the location of where the meet is taking place. I don't really know.
Let's see. Yeah, I just see volleyball. Let's see Atascadero. Well, are we swimming against Atascadero today?
We are.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really know.
My fingers don't even like to type the word Atascadero.
I know. Try like Greyhounds or something. Maybe that's, get around it. Hey, while you're doing that, because I know you can multitask,
yes.
You've got the tennis girls on today, yeah?
I do. It's just actually 7:45.
Right.
The coach Nicole's going to be on, and 3 of her girls, Mackenzie, not Ava, because Ava's shy. Hold on, I lost the list. Let me pull it up again. Sorry.
I already know Madeline and Sophia.
Boom! There you go.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's great. And I did a little plug on the morning update that I send out, little picture of the girls, and gave them a link to your show. So Watch those
Oh,
numbers just skyrocket.
oh yeah. Are you kidding? You're going to crash the servers.
Maybe so.
No.
Hey, so swim goes today, volleyball. And I sent you that. I don't know if you got it, but I sent you that clip of Berna.
Oh yeah. Hey, should we watch that?
Running the 100. That's why I sent it to you, man.
I downloaded it. Let me find it.
You know what I'm
on.
going to send you? What I'm going to send you later is some rodeo.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Oh, a little steer wrestling. You know, I hear people at Tascadero, since you brought up Tascadero, talking about how they got a great wrestling team, but they're wrestling people, man. We're wrestling steer.
Right?
So
Oh, that's awesome.
no knocking wrestlers, because man, those guys are tough, and girls are tough. But man, you get out there with an animal. Those guys got horns, man.
Yeah, it's and you know, you don't know what they're gonna do. Right? Like, you know, if you're wrestling another guy, he's gonna go after you.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing with horns could just decide to like kick back for a minute and then strike, or you know, just run wild, right? So
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
right, let me oh, I know why. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna download this. I decided not to download it because there's no sound that we need to hear. We can just screen share and watch it. Let's do that.
I mean, the 4 fans in attendance were loud, but they weren't.
Right.
Yeah, that loud.
All right, so Berna is, if you could see my cursor on the screen, maybe not. Well,
Can't see anything yet, Mike.
I got to share it
There
first.
we go.
Okay, so here's my cursor. Okay, so here, who's in this lane right here?
Yeah, that's a good question, Mike.
That's
Once we get closer, we'll be able to tell. But
okay, so we got Templeton.
yeah, that's Berna right there.
That's Berna. Looks like a greyhound.
Yeah, an orange.
And then 3 more Templeton.
Yeah, second from the right is John Nicholson, who's our. I mean, all of them are great runners, you know.
Yeah. All right, are we ready to watch this thing?
Knock it out, man. 11 seconds.
I mean, all these guys are just super impressive, right?
Right.
There it is.
Pretty amazing. I was talking with somebody yesterday about how these guys turn around and girls turn around and do event after event, and then multiple sports. I mean, Berna was running for over 100 yards the day before this, you know, getting knocked around, and then you know, he's doing this. We've got you know, swimmers that are running, and we've got volleyball players that are playing soccer.
I'm going to play this again. I just want Berna's hair. I mean, his hair looks so cool. Like, just, it's wavy, it's full, you know, like mine's straight and looks like straw. His is just flowing with his stride there. Oh, now it's not loading.
Yeah, you could get Gavin Tabor's hair too. He's got
a good head of hair.
Yeah.
All right, I lost it. I got streaming problems.
Well, it's good. It was good that you had it that one time. Marin won the 100 for the girls.
Okay.
And, you know, a great soccer player, as all know, and great hurdler. She's not hurdling this year, though she holds a school record. She, at least as of now, she's just doing the not just doing the 100, but she's not doing the 100, 110 hurdles and the 400 hurdles or whatever they were. 100 and 200 hurdles. She's not doing those as far as I know. But I did catch her doing high jump and doing the 100. I'm not sure what other events she does, but just another example. You know, she's doing track and soccer. Lindsay and Lauren English are doing volleyball and soccer. And they've got, you're gonna be having them here pretty soon, right? Thursday, I think.
Thursday, yes, 7:45, I believe, on Thursday.
Yeah. And that's just an interesting thing, because those guys have to juggle not only same sports, but sports that play on the exact same day.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to be interesting.
And specifically, those two girls, they show animals.
Yeah.
And so they're raising animals right now. And I know both of them have outside the classroom tutoring that they attend. So they are super hard workers, those two girls,
Absolutely.
and intense. And so, yeah, that's those are the types of student athletes we want, right? Like the ones who are dedicated and driven to do everything 150%. So
Yeah, and really nice girls too, by the way.
yeah, good job, mom and dad.
Yeah, they do.
And community.
Yeah.
So it takes a village.
It does. Yeah. So I don't know what else I got for you, Mike. This is kind of one of the slow days, but I'm excited about swim and volleyball taking off today.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the schedule just so we can look through it. Obviously, Friday football, today swim, girls soccer, baseball. I mean, just
softball tomorrow.
Another full week of events, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And
this is the last week of tennis, so it's great you're talking to the girls because this is their final week. They're undefeated. I don't know that they've played Pioneer Valley yet. They play them twice this week, so that'll be interesting. But running the table. If they can knock these two off this week, and there's definitely that the smart money is on them.
Yeah,
because they haven't really been challenged this year. So
that's so cool. Hey, not to put you on the spot, but
you
don't happen to have one of those sweatshirts that you can hold up and talk about?
Oh no, we were doing inventory down in the Spirit Shack yesterday, and so everything got taken down there. But I can describe it for you. We have two new sweatshirts. We have, if you are a football fan, and who isn't, but
right.
if you're a Templeton High football fan, we've got a hoodie, pretty heavy, pretty thick, and it's got the football on the front. Templeton Eagle football, Templeton football. I don't know. It says one of those, and on the back it's got a cool flag. And that's on a gray sweatshirt. We also have a crew neck, so no hood. And that says just Eagles on the front, just Eagles. And we also have, for T-shirts, green protect the nest. Because,
cool.
Every time we take the field, to the court, the pool, the whatever, we are protecting our nest.
Did the new sweatshirt sales go okay on Friday? I mean, I know we've got like a limited number of people there.
Yeah, a limited number of people, and because that we ordered a limited number of those sweatshirts and stuff.
Okay.
But especially because football season, that's when we're going to be selling our most of our football stuff. But we've got a lot of different. We've got bags in there. We've got other T-shirts. We got 3/4 sleeve baseball tees. I think we sold out of hats, to be honest with you, but we can get some more of those.
So if I want to purchase stuff, obviously it's kind of hard to do that, but how do we go about doing that?
Yeah, the best way, if you were able to purchase at the game.
Look at Stacy Jeffers, my show producer, just
look at that,
dropping it in my DMs.
There you go. Way to go, Stacy. And man, she couldn't be prouder, could she, of watching Austin fly through the air and block that punt?
Oh yeah.
Gosh. I don't know how he does that. I mean, he's relatively tall, but man, that guy has got some springs, and he flies through there and blocks. Anyways, I asked him that day, Mike, because you probably care about this. Yes. I asked him that day, I said, "Hey, Austin, I want you to block me a punt." I don't even know if he remembers me asking that, but I
asked you really?
Friday, and then he did. He did. So I'm going to ask him 2 this week. Just see what happens.
That's awesome.
Anyway,
I love the simplicity of the font. I like that. That's just clean and simple. It's beautiful. That's a great looking sweater.
Designed by our own Ava Lawrence, who is
a
swimmer and cross country runner. Hey, Mike, I know you're going to get some guests on here. So just to answer your question, if you can get to the game on Friday, that's the way to buy. But you also, because we know people can't do that, we are putting links on the school store. Okay. We have a link to that on our Schooloo page, and you can order on that and pay Sheila that way, and then we will have it in the office for you by the end of the week, and you just come by and pick it up, or you have your kid come by and pick it up, whatever you want.
Awesome. Okay.
So let me get more of that. I'll get more for you on that tomorrow, and make sure that we're all dialed in for that for you.
Okay. Perfect. And then your morning newsletter that goes out for Templeton Activities and Athletics is you can email Mr. McFarland at mmcfarland@templetonusd.org, and he'll put you on that list.
Yeah, join the 370 people that are already daily subscribers. And it's just sports, it's just highlights, and it only comes out on the night or the morning, school morning after an event. So we had a special edition today because we got results from swim from Saturday, so that's why. But tomorrow morning we should have volleyball and swim for you. So
awesome.
Sign up if you're interested.
Well, good deal. Well, thanks for joining us today. Have a good day.
All right, go first. All right, see ya.
Yeah. All right, Matt McFarland is the activities director at Templeton High School and the ASB advisor, and he is a good friend of the show and just does so much for our kids. So Matt, continued many thanks to you for everything that you do on a daily basis. All right, I've never done this before. This is going to be an experiment and a test of the Wi-Fi bandwidth, but it looks like we have 4 people joining us. Let's see here. I've got 3 of them. One, is it just 3? 1. Okay. So I've got, who do we have here? Nicole and Sophia and Mackenzie. We can't see. There she is. How are you, ladies?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And then let's see, Madeline.
Oh, there we are. Good.
Madeline, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Okay, so good, thanks. Girls tennis. You guys are on a rampage this year. Let's start with you, Coach. Tell me, how long have you been coaching these girls? And what have you been doing the last 12, 13 months to keep these girls going?
Well, I'm going to my 7th season in the program. I was the JV coach, and then upon retiring from Mary Kay Hausner, Coach Mary Kay, my mentor, I did the whole process of applications and applied for the job, and I got the varsity job, and which that left the JV position open. And so in the short time of us not knowing as far as what we were going to be doing with our program, we did not fill the position for JV. So I am currently both the varsity and the JV coach. We have 21 girls total. But when we were going to start, normally we start right after school in June, but with everything with the COVID, we were not able to. So I did a lot of Zoom meetings talking to the girls, and a lot of it was mostly for mental health. A lot of the girls were able to play on their own, which helped. But I wasn't allowed to be with them. So during that time, they did it themselves. We were able to meet a little bit for conditioning, and then with the weather that came, when we finally did get to meet, it kind of put a kibosh to that. So I did little workout plans for the team. They actually sent me videos of them working out. So we were able to count that as their conditioning. So as soon as we were able to get on the courts, we hit the court running. So I'm just so proud of all the girls and their commitment. And all 3 of these girls I've had basically since their sophomore years. So I had them on JV, and then Madeline went to varsity, and then I actually had Sophia and Mackenzie last year as well. So this whole team, pretty much except for probably 2 of our 13 varsity, I've had and coached. And so they're just wonderful girls inside and out and on and off the court. They're scholar athletes.
That's amazing. That's so cool to hear. And Sophia, I know from volleyball, my wife coached her as a freshman. And so great kids, all of them. You guys are all hard workers. Obviously your records are reflecting that. And so now traveling days, just like all the other sports, you guys are all going in separate vehicles. Is that the case this year? Okay. And are we wearing masks? Are we wearing masks on the court while we play?
Yes.
Okay.
they're playing, they're able to, if it's singles, we can drop them down, but they definitely do have to have their mask on them. And traveling, that's what the biggest part has been, is normally with our van rides have been so good and as in the past, and it's been a bonding. But yes, all the girls, all 13 have been showing up and going to every single match. They haven't missed any of them, and it just helps the camaraderie with the group. But yes, they're having to take their own. I'm allowed to take 3 in the van now, and occasionally I've taken a couple, but for the most part, they're all taking themselves.
Okay. And so Madeline, you're the veteran, right? You've been on varsity the longest. Talk to me about how your game has progressed. What are some of the things that you've worked on to get better at?
Well, definitely throughout my 3 years, I've gotten a lot better with my consistency in my shots. I've always wanted to hit hard and just whale the ball onto the other side, not really go for a shot that'll go in every time or almost every time. So that's definitely what's changed the most in my game, and arguably what's made me progress as much as I've had done, because I've learned that you shouldn't be hitting as hard as you can every time.
Right. So if you had to pick one match in the last couple of years that's been the most competitive, who is that against? What was the outcome? I mean, who's your rival?
I wouldn't say I have any big rival. I have to say my most fun match, and probably one of the better ones that I've played, was recently last week against Mission Prep. When I played on Tuesday, I played their number 1 in singles, and it was very fun. I lost to that match, yes, but I played really well, and I was really happy about it.
And so who's the girl that beat you?
Her name is Tegan. She's the number 1 on Mission Prep's team.
And so do you get to play with other people from other schools throughout the year? Like, are you guys part of any clubs together, or is it just during the school year when the school teams meet, that's when you face them?
Yeah, that's really the only times that I've ever seen a lot of the Mission Prep girls. I've done a couple tournaments outside of school, but I haven't seen any players that I've played in season high school then. But if I did play more tournaments, I probably would have.
And are you a senior this year?
I am.
Okay. And what's your plan in the fall?
I'm going to go to Cal Poly for a business degree, and I'm really excited about that. And I can come up and visit the team next year, which will be really fun.
And so are you going to try to help out coaching?
This summer I'll try to help out, and it'll be fun.
I'm recruiting for you, Coach. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so does Cal Poly have a tennis team? Is that something that you're going to try to do on the next level?
They do have a tennis team, but they are D1 school, or I believe they're D1 in tennis. So I'm not going to try that. I'm going to still play for fun because I love playing, and it's just a great way to be outside and everything. But I don't think I'll go play in college. My dad really wants me to try, though.
Yeah, dads have a funny way of doing that. Yeah, tennis is a great life sport. So regardless if you play, at that next level, you can still play competitively for the rest of your life, which is fun. So, and I unfortunately never got the tennis bug. I was a basketball and baseball guy. And so, but I have really great friends that have played since they were 12 years old and they still play. Although I did take up pickleball recently and I love it. It's phenomenal. It's a great sport. All right, Mackenzie, let's talk tennis. What year are you this year?
I'm a senior this year. My second year playing tennis ever, personally.
Ever? And what did you do before tennis?
I did gymnastics many years.
Okay, and so you've adapted well to the game. You're having a good season so far.
Yeah, last year I would have to say was probably my favorite season. Personally, we had less girls on the team, so there was a lot more. But I think because my dad played tennis, I've just been playing with him recreationally so that's always fun to play with family. So it was
Mhm.
fun to actually be on a team for the last 2 years.
And are you beating your dad now, or? Oh, that's good. So what's your plan next year?
I'm going to Cuesta for 2 years to then transfer into a 4-year like UC Davis or Cal Poly to major in vet science which is about 8 years of school total.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's 8 more than I could handle. Good luck to you.
Thank
All
you.
right. So Sophia, you're a senior this year as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what are we doing next year?
I'm gonna go to Cuesta for 2 years and then major in kinesiology, and
Okay.
then hopefully transfer to Cal Poly after that.
Okay. And are you thinking you're gonna keep playing outside of high school?
Yeah, I think next year I'll probably come help Coach Nicole and coach, and then I mean, like obviously throughout summer and all that, play when I
Awesome.
can.
That's so cool. And so, how have you done this year? Are you feeling pretty good about your progress?
Yeah, I think this year, just I guess like mentally, I'm playing a better game than last year, and I've become more like consistent and not. I mean, I guess like Madeline said, I'm not just like hitting it as hard as I can all the time, which
Yeah.
is important. And then I don't know. I think it's just this year's been a lot more fun, especially because we're seniors. It's like our last shot, you know.
For
So
sure.
we're able to have more fun, I guess.
Well, that's cool. And so you guys have, let's see, today you have a match,
Yeah.
right? Down, is it Pioneer Valley? Is that where you're headed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And so what do you think? You feeling pretty good about today's competition?
Yeah, I think I mean I think it's our last game. So hopefully if we win this, we can finish off with like an undefeated season,
Mm-hmm.
which would be really nice.
Oh yeah. That's a great way to end your high school career, huh?
Yeah.
So cool. All right. Well, is there anything that you guys want to let the community know while I got you on? I really appreciate you girls coming on and introducing yourselves, and I know that Mr. Mack has been really touting you guys since we started the show 4 weeks ago, and he's just trying to get the community to rally behind you guys. And I know that you don't really get to see that support on when you're on the court and feel it, but just know that the community is behind you. And you guys have obviously done an outstanding job of representing the Templeton Eagles. So congratulations on an
Thank
awesome
you.
season. Yeah.
Thank
All right.
you.
Anything else you want to get across?
No, and we're just going to go out today and basically do what we've been doing all season, and we don't take anything for granted. And basically, we just play whoever's the opponent in the next on the other side of the net. So I'm proud of my girls, and we're gonna, do our best. And that's all I ask is for them to do their best and to try.
So cool. Well, thanks
Thank you
again,
for having
ladies.
us on.
Absolutely. Good luck today. Go Eagles.
Thank you,
All
and
right.
hopefully we can come back on with basically what we can call a COVID championship.
Absolutely. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, girl.
See ya. Thanks, girls. All right, so that's the Templeton High School girls tennis team that is undefeated as of now. They've got their last match game today happening against Pioneer Valley down south. So good luck, girls. That's really exciting. So now it's time for Anthony. Mr. Anthony Reed, how are you, sir?
Doing well.
Did you ever play tennis?
I did not. I was a basketball guru in high school.
Okay.
I played basketball. I didn't get to play for who I've always wanted to play for. I'm sure you remember Scott Larson.
Oh yeah, I played for Scott Larson.
Yeah, I didn't. He retired the year that I was supposed to go on to varsity, and after that I just quit. So I'm like,
And did you play for Coach Jasper and Bradford, or who did you play for?
no, I I didn't. I only played my my freshman and sophomore year of high
Okay.
school. I played for. I'm sure you remember Brian Kerr.
Yeah.
And-
He was my freshman coach.
Yeah, and then do you remember Darren Erb?
No.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't. I had my freshman year was Brian Kerr. My sophomore year, a JV team was Derek Stroud. It was his first year back after playing baseball. He came back and coached basketball, and then ultimately became the baseball coach afterwards. But so yeah.
Yeah, I played for Brian Kerr and Darren Erb. My junior year, I was going to play. The coach at that time was Matt Drake, but I didn't play for him because I didn't like his coaching style. But that's another story. So, but other than that, I just played my sophomore and junior of high school. I would have liked to play for Coach Larson my junior and senior year, but that didn't happen. So,
Got it.
yeah.
All right. Well, what's going on out in the world? Any incidents or actions to report?
No, just pretty much what I spoke about in the first hour in regards to that barricaded suspect. He is apprehended without incident. Yesterday evening at around 6:50, he was taken into custody, and just those burn piles that are happening in the county here. There's 138 of them between Morro Bay, Hearst Castle, and San Luis. That starts today, and it runs until April 9th. And just if you see any smoke in the air or stacks of smoke just in like a random spot, it's most likely the controlled burns that they're doing.
Got it.
Just to reduce the field levels in the county. So for because we're getting into the warmer weather, spring and summertime, so they want to have a lesser chance in having a wildfire here on the coast. So
Makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. Well, good deal. We'll check back with you towards the end of the show at 8:55. We appreciate you coming on. And if you guys have any incidents to report to Anthony to get on his Facebook page, Pastor Robles Incidents and Actions, go ahead and text him. The number's on the bottom of the screen. It's 805-423-1541. Thank you, sir.
Right on.
All right. All right, it's 8:02. Good morning, everybody. March 30th, 2021. My daughter's 18th birthday, which is just a reminder to me of how fast life goes. So hug your babies because they will not be babies forever. Abby, happy birthday. I love you, sweetie. I know you're probably not even watching, but whatever. I just want you to know I love you. So we had the Templeton tennis team on. They are undefeated. They have a game today, match set. What do they call them? Matches, sets, games today at Pioneer Valley. And so we wish them all the luck in the world. We hope you girls bring back that undefeated trophy and finish the season strong. So go Eagles. I'm wearing my Belmont Bruins shirt and hat because it's my daughter's birthday. And so I'm going Belmont for her. This is where she's going next year in Nashville. So I am celebrating Abby all day today. I would have loved to have started the show like I did last week with some music. I put music on and had cool little intros going, talking about different songs and everything. But unfortunately, because of copyright issues, I got kind of in trouble, not really in trouble. They just said, hey, you don't own the rights to those songs. You can't play them over the air. And so I was blocked in like 149 countries or something on the playback. So kind of a bummer because I absolutely love music and I love talking about music and I love, learning the history of different songs and whatnot. So I'm going to put together, I think, another side project that's going to just be focused on deep diving some of my favorite tunes. And so it could be something that you guys might be interested in. I don't know, but stay tuned for that. Day one of my health and fitness challenge, I went to the gym at 4 a.m. That's why my eyes are bloodshot. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. The pattern's going to shift, and I'm going to be back in the mix. It's 8:04. It's going to be 79 degrees today. East winds out of the east at 4 miles an hour. And like Anthony said before, there's going to be some control burns happening all over the county. So 139 of them, I think he said, or something like that. So if you see smoke kind of billowing in different areas of the county, just know that CAL FIRE is conducting these control burns to just kind of make sure that they get the vegetation under control and reduce risks of wildfires. So that is everything happening. Okay, so I've got a game I want to play here in the next half hour. So I'm looking for a volunteer. DM me if you want to play a game. It's there's no prize. It's a fun game. I just want to see if somebody wants to join me in playing it. It's like a guessing game. So you don't have to really know too much. It's just a fun little game I found online, which is it could be a fun little thing. So, but at this time, I did want to share with you guys the video that Malcolm High put together. Malcolm High was able to get down on the sidelines with his really nice camera equipment and put together a great kind of what do you call it? A recap of the football game versus Morro Bay on Friday. So I'm going to play that for a few minutes and let it run, and hopefully you guys can see it and hear it, and it all works out well. Let's just give it a test go, shall we?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll show you where those are. Glad to see you're doing here. Smile big.
You got to give me a loud "Go Eagles!"
Go Eagles! Woo!
Thank you for doing this.
No problem. Go Eagles!
Go Eagles!
Have a good night.
So tell me what it's like at the Snack Shack tonight.
It's just wonderful in the Snack Shack, except that we do not have any tri-tip
No tri-tip.
hamburgers.
Good night, ladies and
or
gentlemen.
hot
I'm
dogs.
heading for the bus.
I know. We're sad to say.
Describe the Templeton community. What does it mean to you?
It is a place where people are very kind and giving, and they are really united for their kids.
I came here to promote and stay 2 or 3 years, and I've stayed 44 so far.
So you showed up here when you were, what, 1 year old?
Yeah, just about. We've run 5 kids through the school and 5 grandkids, and best thing we ever did.
Describe what it's like being at the Snack Shack on a football Friday night.
Well, this year looks a little different. In past years, it was really exciting and crazy and hectic, and everyone was running. And this year it's been a little quieter, but we're still trying to support and have a few snacks and all the merchandise for the Go Fight Win. I'm here because I wanted to support our schools. I've been a part of the boosters for a few years, and my kids go to Templeton schools, and we want to be here to support these programs, and this is a difficult year to do that. go out there, kick their ass. Here we go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Eagles!
The Rainbow World Champions are tonight with a record of led by head coach Franco with Templeton Eagles.
How are you?
Yep, looking forward to this spring football season. A little, certainly a change from the last few years, but that's life. And we still got a great team, and I expect some good things from those young men.
Ladies, stand together. What's the most important thing you're doing here with these kids?
We're doing stats.
Stats?
Passing, rushing, defense, and we're training some new ones.
So the stats start when the game starts.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep, that's what we do down here every day.
Exciting. And it's family.
Yeah.
And
history. It's tradition.
It's
like
definitely.
Yeah, Friday nights.
Been
doing it since my grade.
Templeton with the win on the toss, deferred to the second half.
All right, guys, here we go now. You must be a prior player.
Yeah.
What's it like coming back and watching him play?
Oh, it's good to be back home. A lot of history here with my family.
Just in time for the kickoff.
Yeah.
The Eagles, and back deep to return is number 2 and number 18.
Wait for the whistle.
Number 75 with the tackle. Touchdown run for the Templeton Eagles.
20 yards?
Yeah.
47.
Go!
Get it, Berta! Atta boy, touchdown! Atta baby, Berta!
18 yards.
Atta baby, Berta!
18 yards.
Atta baby, Barber!
I'd like them to come down and get a photo with them. I told him today he was on stage.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Does it every year.
Yeah.
But obviously it's something like that. We'll get you in. We'll get you going.
Get it! Atta boy!
Rolling into it. Get it, boy.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Ripped him down by his face mask.
Number 25 with the give to number 6, Josh Berna for your Templeton Eagles. Touchdown!
Yeah.
The kickoff. Number 2 and 18 back to return for the Pirates.
Oh, nice tackle!
And a
Good run! Let's go!
Number 25 with the keep, and he will take it to the house for a Templeton Eagles touchdown!
Yeah! Woo! That was awesome!
For the extra point. And the kick is good.
All right. Malcolm High put together that video. We just want to say thank you again to Malcolm for doing that. Really cool. He shares that video. Excuse me. He shared it on a couple different Facebook pages, including his own. It's actually on YouTube as well. And so let me find the link to that and post that in the chat, so you can watch it again on YouTube. But super cool, fun video that Malcolm put together just to kind of capture highlights from the game the other night, the Friday night game. And so very nice of him to lend his time and his tools and resources to be able to do that. And Malcolm originally had volunteered to help with the sideline cameras that I'm operating on Friday nights that capture the footage for the game film. But then we thought, well, maybe, and actually it was Mike Brendler that said, we need to get Malcolm down on the sidelines to capture some of the footage real time happening so that we can have that stuff for the team, and for the parents and the fans and the community. Just great memories captured with Malcolm's camera. So thank you again, Malcolm, for doing that. No pressure, but now you've got to do one for every game. We expect a 20-minute video now for every single game. I'm kidding, but anything you're doing is awesome. So thanks again, Malcolm, for doing that. All right, it's 8:26. We are moving right along on the Morning Buzz. We had a great morning so far. Mr. Matt came on. We watched Josh Berna in the race take that victory. We talked about girls tennis. We had the girls tennis team on. Three of the varsity players came on and shared the morning with us, along with Nicole, their coach. And so we wish them the best of luck today as they go to Pioneer Valley to try to just finish off their undefeated season and remain undefeated. So best of luck today, girls. We've also got girls volleyball happening today in the gym. If you didn't see it earlier, let's see here if I can share my screen. All right, so sharing my screen. Here is the link to the live stream network. It's nfhsnetwork.com. So that is where you can see the Templeton Eagles volleyball team. There's a live stream camera set up inside the gym. Obviously, there's no in-person attendance allowed at the gym for those indoor sports at this time, but we do have the ability to live stream it. I was searching Atascadero High School because we were trying to find the live stream for the swimming event. We heard rumors that it was going to be captured on live stream, but all you have to do when you get on this website is type in Templeton, spell it right, Templeton High School. There it is. And then it takes you to the actual site. And it shows you the upcoming events. So here's junior varsity girls volleyball, 6 p.m. Central, which is 4 p.m. And then 7 p.m. Central, which is 5 p.m. Varsity girls softball. The site is, I think, $10.99 a month or $69.99 a year. A monthly pass for $10.99 or $69.99 a year. And the cool part about signing up for the annual pass is I'm told that there's a large portion of that fee goes directly back to the school in the athletics. And so that's kind of a neat thing that they're doing over there. And as of now, the camera is set up at the football field and inside the gymnasium. And I'm not sure about the baseball, softball fields yet. I need to confirm that. But really cool that we're able to do that. And the feedback that I got on Friday was that the live stream worked great for 99% of the people. Allison was watching it. She was streaming it from where she was. And so she said that the feed was great. She could hear the announcers. She could hear Coach Lane yelling the plays. So, hey, Coach Lane, if you're watching, make sure you keep it down, yelling the plays out because it's coming across on the live stream. But yeah, so really cool that we are able to offer that to the people that want to see and root for the team. So at this time, it's 8:30. I'm going to invite in our good friend, Mr. Josh Aston. He is the principal at Templeton High School. He does a weekly update with us. Let me get him on the big screen. Hold on. How are you, Josh?
I'm doing great, Mike. How are you?
I'm good, man. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, of course.
How's your week going?
It's going great. We're going into our third week now of having kids on campus and the hybrid learning model, and I think from my perspective, it's going really well.
Yeah, and student athletes are being tested now So that's happening, and so far it seems like the social distancing, the vaccinating, all of it seems to be working kind of in conjunction with each other, and we haven't had anything cancel yet, right?
No, not yet. Well, I mean, I'm knocking on wood, saying that. I think we've been doing a good job. Obviously, we still have high school kids here, and they forget. And we have to remind them, hey, spread out a little bit, or pull that mask up over your nose. So there's always that piece that we have. But I think, as a whole, our kids have been doing a great job. Following the protocols that have been set. And we've been very fortunate to not have to cancel any events or any activities because of COVID tests.
Yeah, and the weather's starting to get a little warmer, which means that the kids are going to get a little more squirrely outside, and
Yep.
So you're going to probably have to do some more of your fair share of telling them, hey, get off each other, spread out.
Yep.
But yeah, that's great. 3 weeks in, and the kids are kind of falling into that rhythm, which is awesome to see. So, what are some of the big things that you've got on your agenda as we go into the break and then move towards the end of the school year? What's some of the things that you and your staff are focusing on?
Well, one, even though we are just barely getting students back on campus, we still have to focus on state testing. That's something that's going to be happening in the month of April. It's one of those things that, maybe isn't the best idea right now, but it is what it is, and we've got to do it. So we'll be focusing on state testing. I know that we'll also we're working on finalizing our plans and staffing for summer school, getting things put in place to provide some opportunities for some students that need to recover some credits that they may have failed during this past year. So we're finalizing an expanded summer school, bigger than what we've done in the past. We're also looking at making sure we finalize some plans for graduation. We need to I need to loop back with the senior leadership, and we need to finalize some of our plans. I've collected some information from some of the other schools throughout the county, what their thoughts are. And we want to make sure that we have a good plan A, plan B, plan C, maybe plan D in place. We want to be able to have the most normal graduation possible that we can, obviously. So that's going to be a focus, coming out of spring break. I'm definitely finalizing all of that. And from a personal side, I'm gonna take a few days off during spring break and just focus on my family and enjoy being with them.
Absolutely. Now, when you say as close to a normal graduation as possible, last year's graduation seemed to go off without a hitch. I mean, I thought
it went really well. I mean, there was a lot of moving pieces leading up to that, and we had a lot of help from the community, people stepping up to make that happen, because it was kind of a last second. Just a couple weeks out, we put it all together. So it was amazing, to see the volunteers from the community coming and saying, "Hey, I got this. Do you need this?"
Sure.
Everything from giving me contacts of who's a good one to get porta potties, and who's a good valet service for parking and things like that. So it went really well. And obviously we can do that again. That's kind of our plan if we go back into the purple tier.
Sure.
But if we're in the red tier or lower, I think we're going to want to do something that's even
more normal,
better. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Not that last year's wasn't awesome. It was fantastic. It really was a cool event. And we want to do something that's a little closer to normal if we can.
Yeah, that was definitely making lemonade, right? I mean, it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought it turned out really well. And all the seniors that we know just were blown away by all of the people that were able to come and sit in their cars. And so really cool event. Okay. So not to put you on the spot, but as of last week, we were talking about the return to full capacity in-person learning, and the district is working towards doing that by summer school. And so as of last Thursday night, that's still the plan. From what I've heard, and we'll have Mr. Asplund and Mr. Burnett on again tomorrow. But in knowing that, obviously, that's probably something staffing wise you're going to have to really try to figure out, especially if we have more kids coming back into summer school because of failing grades and whatnot. So is that a challenge for you to kind of put together that staff?
I don't think for summer school, I don't really, we haven't first seen like the preliminary numbers of how many students are gonna be interested. But for summer school, I don't really see it as a problem, because there's a lot of teachers that want to be involved there. If running through scenarios of how to make that possible, before the end of the school year, there are some things that some challenges and some obstacles that need to be overcome. But I think the school board will weigh those out and take a look at what we can do. And part of our job as teachers and administrators is to just say, hey, these are some obstacles that we'll have to overcome, but here's some possible solutions to them. So
Sure.
That's something that we're constantly in the process of coming up with solutions to allow ways that we could allow the greatest number of students to be on campus.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then as far as teachers go, now this is kind of the time of the year where the teachers are starting to commit to their plans for the following year. I know as a district we had some enrollment decline here, but I mean nothing obviously super drastic. Could we expect generally the same staffing next year, you think? Is that on track to just kind of stay status quo?
Pretty close, yeah. Maybe a little bit smaller,
Okay.
in a few areas, but yeah, that's
Got it.
all I can say on that.
Yeah, no, and look, I can imagine that there's probably not all of the things committed to and finished and all of it, right? So it is the season for that. So I just curious as to what your take is on that as of right now. As far as activities go, 3 weeks in, the athletics seem to be going pretty smoothly. Not really any major issues with having to call in the National Guard to stop the general public from coming into the game. So that's good, right?
Right. Yeah. All in all, it's been fantastic. I mean, there's obvious concern and people advocating for the opportunity to watch the game. And, we on our end are doing the same thing. We're advocating, for that as well. But we still want to fall in line with the 20% capacity on the outdoor events. We're still following suit there, but, and as soon as we're allowed to get more folks in, we're going to get more folks in.
Yeah. No.
And I think the indoor sports is probably our next one that we're really advocating to do something at 20% capacity.
Sure.
Because we see other facilities throughout the community with at the same thing, 20% capacity, whether that's the movie theater or whatever. So I really think the California Department of Public Health and our county public health, which has been doing an amazing job, and they are working so hard right now. I foresee them, doing whatever they can as soon as possible.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, from a logistics standpoint, in terms of the gymnasium goes, the hard part is you've got that one major entrance, right? That if you're having traffic go into the gym there, they've got to exit probably from another exit, but then that means that they've got to walk across the court. And so if you want to leave during the course of play, you've kind of got to wait. And so, yeah, it just becomes a little tricky, I guess, logistically, but I'm sure you guys have it all figured out.
I don't know if we have it all figured out, but it's something that we can make work.
Yeah, absolutely. Just I think we just keep all the fans home fans. Don't let any opposing fans ever come back to our stadiums or our gymnasiums. No, no, I'm just kidding. Well, cool. I know my house is super excited about volleyball tonight. It's going to be the return of the girls on the court, so that'll be fun to watch. And if you guys know Coach Cameron, you know that he's going to be having these girls as ready as they can be, along with Allison, my wife. And so, somebody says they work with your wife, Jenny Berna.
Oh yeah.
So he and his group are doing an amazing job, and I'm grateful for his hard work and thoughtfulness.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Jenny. I appreciate that.
I only read the good comments, John. I'll screen the bad ones out. No.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, it's so cool. I think that's the biggest thing is the continued support from the community. While we all might not agree with the direction something might go, we do kind of respect and understand the situation and the tough choices and decisions that you guys as administrators have to make. So we will be vocal in voicing any opposition, but we will also be respectful and allow you guys to do your job. And hopefully you're seeing that from the community.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, just overall, the past year has been frustrating and challenging, but the community has supported us and understands, where we're coming from, and maybe this isn't always what we would want to do. Well, I mean, obviously it's not what we would want to do. Obviously we would want to have everything as normal as possible, but they're supportive and really have backed us up and helped us out wherever we need it. So we appreciate that.
Now, as we let you go, is there anything that we can do for you as a community to help you with the school, or is there anything that you want to see from us in terms of more support or anything?
Well, I'd say just to continue to do what's been done. Understand that we're going to do everything we can to increase spectators as much as possible when we can. We're gonna be on top of that. And we're gonna do whatever we can to get the greatest number of students involved in school and everything like that. So just continue to just understand we're doing what we can, and we're doing the best we can, and we're going to continue to work towards that. I want everyone to know, like, we don't sit idle. Definitely.
Sure.
Our staff does not sit idle. We're doing whatever we can. So just to remember that and always take that into account, and continue to just be supportive. Yeah. Voice your concerns, if you have a differing opinion, that's great.
Yeah.
We like to hear that. But just also understand too, we're kind of constrained by some of the things that we can do.
Absolutely. Makes total sense. Another positive comment that I'll leave you with. Lori Crow says, Mr. Aston and his wife and family are the best. Thank you for all you do for the community.
Lori's the best. She does writing lessons for my daughter. And
so cool.
That's been a definite bright spot for Emery, my daughter, during the pandemic. She gets to go every week and go ride with Lori.
That's good therapy for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
I do want to note too, you mentioned our tennis team. They're going to be league champs. We know this, right? They're going to take care of business against Pioneer Valley. That's something I don't think they get enough recognition. They're undefeated, and that's pretty amazing.
It's incredible.
Yeah, and then also just we wrapped up last week the production of Young Frankenstein.
Yep.
Another thing that's just talk about cutting edge. Nobody in the county, not even the professional theaters, have done something outside and done what Miss Kingsbury and the drama department have done, and it turned out fantastic. And it wasn't without challenges, weather and wind and some rain, but they got it done. And so we've seen some amazing things come from our students and our staff and our community.
That's awesome. Yeah, congratulations to Kingsbury and the kids that put that together. That's cool that they were able to do that. Again, there's a reason why people want to be a part of this district, right? Because it's a special place, and the staff, the teachers, the community members, everybody cares about giving these kids the best experience possible, and it's, I mean, that's shown every single day. And so thank you so much, Josh, for continuing to just be awesome and a light in the community and in our kids' lives with school. Don't be afraid to, not be a little tough on them every once in a while, especially that Noel Brady kid,
Okay, gotcha.
give him a little headlock and a little scrub on the head or something. But no, again, yeah, you're perfect for what we need. And I appreciate continued hard work on your with you and your staff. So thanks, and have a great spring break.
Thanks, Mike.
Right? Yeah,
I appreciate that. You too, and enjoy having your kids around a little bit more. And
yeah, you're gonna have a couple days where you don't have to be on campus.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to just a break. Not that I don't love being on campus, but looking forward to just having a little break.
Awesome. All right. Well, Mr. Aston, thanks so much, and we will see you up. I'm sure I'll see you at some event here this week at some point. So
I'll be around.
Thanks,
all right,
Mr.
thanks,
Aston.
Mike.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
All right. That's Josh Aston. He is the principal over at the high school. Lori Crow, definitely. There's nothing like a rolling her horse. And so I think he's going to have to get a horse for her. In fact, we could probably figure out there's probably 150 people in the school and community that can get him a horse somewhere. But speaking of horses, my daughter, she got the horse bug when she was little. We were living in Temecula, Marietta, and she was a really good friend of ours, took her to some riding lessons for a few months, and then she got into Gymkhana, and then that turned into just kind of traveling around, and then she wanted her own horse, and then we moved to San Jose, did some more riding lessons there, and then ultimately we ended up back here on the Central Coast, and she finally got her horse. And so we had Duchess with us for a few years. Duchess was a beautiful, great horse. She's still with us, or not with us in our family, but she's still around. Luckily, luckily for Allison's and my finances, that the horse is no longer here with us, but Abby still shares a passion and a love for riding. She just doesn't get to do it as much because these kids, they get involved in so many things, and they experiment and try new things, and some stuff just catches, and some stuff is just part of their thing for a minute, and then they move on to do other things. And so right now, as of now, Abby is involved, and it's Abby's day. I'm talking again about my daughter because she turns 18 years old today, but she's involved in volleyball. She works out at Gray Wolf Winery, and she is a singer and a songwriter, and she performs. She just had her first show at 15C on Saturday, which was amazing. That was so much fun to see the community come out and support her. She's going to Nashville next fall, Belmont University. I'm wearing the hat. And I'm wearing the Belmont shirt, all in honor of Abby's 18th birthday. And while we were playing that video of the Malcolm video, the highlights, I was going through my phone and just picking out old pictures of Abby, and it just every picture tells a story, right? I think that's a Rod Stewart album or song, but it's true. Every picture does tell a story. There's pictures of me holding her as a baby in the kitchen with the hat on, and I remember buying the hat, and I remember putting that outfit on her, and every picture has a story. And so at 18, a lot of reflecting going on today for her 18th birthday. So anyways, happy birthday, Abby, and happy birthday, Bella. Bella, it's your birthday today too. Let's not forget that. Sweet 16. So, hey, if you want to get information out to the community, if you want to be a part of the Morning Buzz Around Town, email me. It's morningbuzzaroundtown@gmail.com. Tell me stories. Tell me things that you want the community to know, and I will make sure that I get it out to everybody. And so a couple things I want to announce. T flags. Templeton T flags, you see them all over the Main Street and the community and the houses. They're for sale. They're $37.50. It's a fundraiser that benefits the Culture Initiative. Culture Initiative is a 501c3 nonprofit that benefits the high schoolers, kids that aren't represented by any type of boosters or club. It's they put on stuff like the freshman orientation, the Link Crew freshman mentoring group, student to student tutoring with the Wingmen. They buy equipment. They bought a public address system, the green flags that you see in my hand, athletic banners around the stadium, motivational speakers. They bring them on to campus when we have those types of events. Drug prevention and parent outreach, lunchtime activities, and school pride stuff. And so the Culture Initiative is an awesome parent organization, parent-led organization that consists of a few parents. It consists of an alumni representative, a teacher. Mr. Aston is on is part of that as well. So really, really cool. They meet once a month. But if you just want to get involved in supporting and in the form of purchasing a flag, you can do that. You can email me or message me, and I can get you the information and get you the flag. I have them on me all the time. The other things, the other announcements that we have happening are April 17th, Saturday the 17th in East Templeton. There's going to be a wine and cheese event. If you are interested in learning about the oak trees in the hills, the surrounding hills, these beautiful heritage oak trees, there's another nonprofit, another foundation that focuses on preserving the heritage of these beautiful oaks. And so Kelly Reed Dalton, she is the Chief Acorn Officer. I think that's what her title is for this nonprofit. But they're organizing a lunch and learn kind of field trip, if you will, to go out to a ranch and look at some oak trees, talk about different varieties, and also learning about the hybridization of native versus non-native oak trees. So it's about $30 to $70 donation, depending on what you feel comfortable doing. But wine and cheese and beautiful sunshine and the oaks sounds like the perfect Saturday. So that's Saturday, April 17th at 11 a.m. in East Templeton. I have the information. If you want to get more of it, you can email me. The other thing that I saw a banner for this morning was the second annual golf tournament that's sponsored and put together by the Paso Robles Police Association. I have this. It's let's see. It's out at Hunter Ranch Golf Course. It's going to be Saturday, May 29th. They're looking for sponsors. They have a title sponsorship available for $5,000, a golf sponsor available for $2,500, Bearcat sponsor for $1,000, Flamson Cougar sponsor for $500, Lewis Leopard sponsor $250, Crimson sponsor $100. So yes, it's Paso based, but we support our Bearcats too. Hunter Ranch Golf Course, May 29th. It says here that they're excited to join with the partners to host another great event. And so multiple prizes, lunch provided. If you want more information, you need to go to PasoRoblesPoliceGolf.com. PasoRoblesPoliceGolf.com. That's going to give you all the essential information that you need to know in regards to that. But it's a golf tournament that is for the benefit of the Paso Robles Police Association. So I have that information too, if you want me to send that to you as well. Tuesday, March 30th, 2021. Malcolm, thank you for the comment. Thank you for sharing that video with us. In case you didn't see it, I'm going to find the link right now and drop it in the chat. But I played Malcolm's video that he, let's see here, Malcolm's video that he played or that he created as a result of Saturday's game. And so he shared it on his Facebook page and a couple other Facebook pages, but I'm going to click on it right now, copy and paste, and drop it in the chat so you can see. You can click on that yourself and watch it, but that was the video that I played at the top of the 8 o'clock hour. So Malcolm, thank you again for sharing your talent with us and your passion and just your support, right, for our community, the community that really you were adopted into when you moved here. So appreciate everything that you do for these kids. And at some point, Malcolm, I'm going to need a co-host for you to come on and host with me one day, and we can go back and forth and be fun to get you into guest host at some point. So I wanted to play a game, but nobody wanted to play with me. So I'm kind of sad about that, but it's just really actually something kind of stupid. It was a New York Times put out this interactive like survey map thing that just different neighborhood. It's a long story. It's basically it's Google Earth, and it's showing you different communities, and you're picking. It's multiple choice, Biden or Trump. Pick which candidate that this neighborhood voted for. It's interesting. I some fun little game, whatever. But it's just something silly. Anyways, all right, Anthony Reed, it's 8:57. We are ready for our third and final news update of the morning. Tell me that there are no incidents to report, and we will be happy campers.
You are correct. There's nothing going on right now.
I love it. That's good news. Good news. The only thing going on is the sun shining. It's going to be 79 degrees today. Going to be a beautiful day. We'll have some active burns going for CAL FIRE throughout the county. So you guys see smoke. If you see smoke, do not report it to Anthony. That's just stuff that's just happening, doing some control burns, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All righty. Well, then with that, we'll leave you. We'll talk to you tomorrow, Anthony, and get some get some rest today. Come to the show just wide awake and ready to rock tomorrow, and we'll go from there.
Will do. Sounds good.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right. No problem.
All right. Anthony Reed runs Paso Robles Incidents and Actions. It's his community service to our community, and it's a Facebook page that has over 6,000 people following it. And so you want to get the latest and greatest incidents and actions happening in around the county, then Anthony puts that together for you, and you can check it out. So another great show today. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for everybody that contributed in the form of chatting and in the form of just watching and sending me encouragement and all the things that you guys have done. Mr. Mack, thank you again for all of the information and commentary that you bring to the show. Mr. Aston, the high school principal, is here once a week on Tuesdays. Thank you, Josh, for joining us this morning. Thank you to the girls tennis team for joining us this morning. You guys have a great match today. We wish you the best of luck. Hope you can close out that season with an undefeated season, an undefeated record. That's going to be an awesome milestone for you guys if we can pull it off. So good luck to you, Eagles girls. Don't forget there's volleyball if you want to stream it today. The link, scroll up, it's in the chat. You can stream volleyball. My wife's got her JV team going on the court at 4. And then Abby, my 18-year-old daughter, is taking the court at 5 as a varsity player with the varsity team. And then again, thank you to Malcolm for letting us air that video for everybody to see. That's it. That's the Morning Buzz. It's the Tuesday edition, March 30th, 2021. We appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. Hey, go out, be kind to others today. Do something good for yourself too, because self-love's important. All right. We'll talk